Imagine someone fires a bunch of bullets at a wall, then walks up afterward and draws a target around the tightest cluster. That's not accuracy, that's cheating. And no, that's not creativity. And in reasoning, it has a name. If you look hard enough, you can find data to support almost anything, especially if you are selective about what you show. Let's say someone looks at thousands of data points. They find a small group that happen to line up. Then they point to that cluster as proof of their claim. The problem isn't that the data is fake. The problem is that most of the data was ignored. If you wanted to prove something like the Earth being flat, this is exactly how you would have to do it. This is called the Texas Sharpshooter Fallacy. It happens when someone looks at a large set of data, ignores most of it, and then highlights only the parts that seem to support their conclusion. For example, a politician might point to a few cities where crime went down and claim their policy is a success, but they ignore the dozens of places where crime stayed the same or went up. The conclusion came first. The data was chosen afterward. This doesn't just happen in politics. Someone might say, "Everyone I know who tried this diet lost weight." But they ignore everyone who tried it and didn't. A pattern was drawn, but only after the misses were left out. So why do people do this? Often, it's because of bias. When we already want a conclusion to be true, it becomes easier to focus on the evidence that supports it and overlook the evidence that doesn't. This can also be influenced by something called cognitive dissonance. That's the discomfort we feel when evidence conflicts with what we already believe. To reduce that discomfort, people sometimes reshape the evidence instead of rethinking the conclusion. That's why it's important to slow down and look at the entire dataset. Sometimes this fallacy happens by accident, but other times it's a form of intellectual dishonesty. That doesn't mean lying outright. It means ignoring evidence you know is relevant because it gets in the way of the conclusion you want. To avoid the Texas Sharpshooter Fallacy, ask a few simple questions. What data wasn't included? Is this the full picture or just a selected part of it? Was the conclusion reached before the evidence was examined? When you see someone else doing this, don't argue the conclusion right away. Ask to see the rest of the data. Ask whether the same claim still holds when all relevant evidence is considered. Good reasoning isn't about finding evidence that makes us feel right. It's about being willing to look at all the evidence, even when it doesn't.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and subscribe for more clear thinking. New episodes daily where we break down fallacies and build up logic. So yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.